I am a Ghanaian, but I'm not afraid to admit that this gentleman is one of the most sensational content creators in Africa currently. He is called Isaac, which means laughter, surprisingly or unsurprisingly. Layiwasabi, as many people know him, is a law graduate.
You studied law? Yeah, a lawyer.
Who started shooting skits as Layi in November 2021. So to many people, it took him less than 2 years to actually hit the limelight and become the superstar he is. But it turns out that this young man has been chasing his dream of becoming a comedian since he was 9 years old. What is the full story? What are the secrets behind his rapid rise? And what can we learn from his life story so far? So lesson number 1, you need to disassociate yourself at some points in your pursuit of your dreams in order to protect the dream and the vision that you have. Layiwasabi, when he was studying law in university, wanted to actually start making skits as Layi, and he thought of getting a ring light and all. But he had to put it on hold because he knew that boys will be making fun of him and tease out the passion that he has for this.
So I didn't do TikTok in school. Yeah. For that reason, because it was hard to set up in front of boys. Yeah.
So he decided to wait, hold on. When he was done, he went to his house, got the ring light, got everything together, and started making the skits in isolation so that he could protect the dream until it got to a certain level where their talks will not be able to gun it down. But this is what is interesting. The same boys he was trying to avoid also contributed in making him believe in his craft, because he was always funny on campus and they thought, oh, you are really good at this and you could actually do well as a content creator. And they used to pass comments like that. So it tells you that they were not necessarily out to destroy what he had or kill his dream. But you see, it was just the jokes and the little mockery here and there. And that Layi was wise to know that it was strong enough to cause harm. And so he had to pursue that portion of the journey of becoming a content creator in isolation. What can you learn from this? You have to learn to protect your dreams, especially when they are at the early stage, because your dreams and your goals are like a seed. And if you've ever seen any tomato farmer, when the seed germinates into a seedling, they protect it and treat it with every attention it deserves. Sometimes they even protect it from too much rain. Rain is essential, but they protect the seedling from too much rain because it could kill the seedling, because it is young, it is tender, it is sensitive, it can die easily. So at that stage, you need to protect your dream. You need to protect your vision until you grow it in some form of isolation to a certain level. And then you can allow other people to make any comment about it and you can keep growing regardless. This is very important. Lesson number 2, criticism from family can be the most valuable and also the most destructive at the same time. You need to deal with it with wisdom. The 25-year-old comedian Layiwasabi said that his brother is his biggest critic because he hardly finds him funny. But that also means that if he does something that his brother considers to be funny, then it's actually a viral content. What it means is that there are certain skits that may be good enough, great actually, but will not sit well with his brother. But at the same time, that criticism is very valuable because once he says it's good, it means it's actually over great. What can you learn from this? Even if your family means well, some of the greatest criticisms you are going to get will come from them. And some of these can actually cause you to dump what you are chasing and move away, because these people are coming from a place where, well, if they mean well, if they are good people, they are coming from a place where they love you, they care about you, they don't want you to get into danger, they don't want you to pursue something that you end up regretting. They are dealing with a lot of complex emotions at the same time. And they've known you from childhood. They've seen your weaknesses, your biggest secret or whatever you have. And so they are where to hit you very hard. So you have to learn to apply a lot of wisdom. You should know when to take what they are telling you, when to put it away and move on. Because the truth is, they will be right some of the time, but certainly they cannot be right all the time. So learn to get to that place where Criticism from family doesn't destroy your dream, but you take the most value out of it. Lesson number 3, hone your craft with consistency and dedication, but be patient for the result it will produce. Layiwasabi, the 6'7" comedian, looks like somebody who is so talented, and so he just came on and everything clicked in November 2021. But it turns out that he actually started shooting skits as far back as 2015. That was 6 years before he outdoored himself as Layi, the Layi that you know now.
Yeah, I did my first skit in 2015.
So the result he's producing right now is as a result of years of perfecting the craft, sharpening his creativity, and learning to become as good as he is today. What can you learn from this? Social media makes it look like the thing called overnight success actually exists, but it doesn't, friends. It does not. There are so many people who became sensations on social media, but they were not able to make any good use out of it because it came by luck. But for everybody who comes into the limelight and is able to stay and provide any form of valuable content, is somebody who takes years or who took years to groom themselves in something. It always takes some years, my people. A gentleman called Safo Newman is another great example. He became a viral sensation in Ghana all of a sudden with a song he produced called Akoko. And this song was so perfect, the lyrics, everything about the song was sensational. And people thought somehow he just got this idea to put this song together and it came out of nothing. Only for Eqay Inspire to do a background check on him to find out that he had been producing songs for years, perfecting his songwriting skills for several years without anybody listening to him. He actually made more than 500 songs. We actually were so impressed by his story, we took time to extract powerful lessons from it. You can click right here and watch the video about his life for yourself. And on that note, if you are yet to subscribe to the channel, hit the subscribe button below. Yeah, there. And turn on the notification bell so that whenever we post a new video, you're going to get notified. So don't forget, the lesson is hone your craft over years, but be patient for results. Lesson number 4, you must learn how to deal with bad, negative criticism, or what we call destructive criticism, if you really want to achieve something valuable. Layiwasabi has a very innocent face and great talent combined. He hurts nobody. He is very wise in his choice of words when speaking to a category of people so they don't feel offended. And he produces rib-cracking humor that does not have to make use of some weird scenes that may not even be suitable for some age group. So you would think that nobody will say anything negative about him, but he does get mocked and insulted more times than we can count.
Do you even have any bad comments? Everybody loves you. I know you get bad comments. They get you. You know they go on Twitter.
He gets destructive criticism. What can you learn from this? You need to prepare your mind and actually expect destructive criticism to come your way so that it doesn't pull you down. Because no matter what you choose to do in this life, whether it's playing football, whether it's singing, teaching, being a doctor, a pilot, or anything, whatever you choose to do and you want to do it very well and actually excel at it, destructive criticisms are going to come your way. So you have to learn how to take it and keep moving on. Human beings are very toxic when they want to be, and nobody is born ready to take the amount of venom that they will throw at you. Let me give you one quick example from myself. I have less than 1,000 followers on Twitter at the time of shooting this video. But I posted one of my videos on there recently and somebody came to comment that I just wasted 2 minutes of my life watching this video. And another person came to comment under that one saying, "Oh, thank you for informing me. I didn't have to waste my time too." I was like, okay, nice one. I actually took a lesson from it because I realized that, okay, maybe I can make my videos even more engaging and more valuable than they already are. But that comment alone is capable of dampening the spirits of some people. But don't be that fragile. Learn how to take destructive criticism and keep going on regardless. That is where your true power lies. Lesson number 5. Everybody needs a mentor, but you do not need a mentor to have a mentor. Let me explain. Layi is great at what he does, but he has a friend who was a great influence on his life and on his career, because for some time he was not shooting videos consistently. The first time he shot one was in 2015, but he was not so consistent with it. But over the period, he had a friend he was learning a lot from. This friend was very consistent with YouTube, kept developing gradually, and established himself as a force to reckon with. Lai learned a lot of values when it comes to content creation from this friend. But guess what? The friend did not even know that he was mentoring Layiwasabi.
I owe a lot of understanding in terms of what I have to do in the industry. I owe it to you. You know, you've kind of mentored me. So you might not know this, but you have. You know, being in the same room with you has opened my eye to a lot of stuff.
What can we learn from this? I'm sure by now you've heard that mentors can shorten your growth process. What can take you 10 years to learn, they can teach you in 10 days, and it will shorten your growth process and make you avoid the several mistakes that you would have made otherwise. But the thing about mentors is also that if you find somebody who is actually capable of being a great mentor to you, there are high chances that they are very busy with their life. Their 24 hours is so packed. But that is where the lesson comes in. You can actually get a mentor without they knowing that they are actually mentoring you. With the advent of social media, there are people who are sharing their stories, the deepest lessons they've learned in their profession. And the funny thing is, no matter which profession you belong in, you will find somebody. Just go on YouTube, go on TikTok, just go online. You will find somebody who has taken time to share the deepest challenges they've had and how they were able to overcome some of the problems they faced. They share their life story, their biggest wins, their biggest losses. So whatever it is you want to do, you can just log on, pick somebody, let them be your mentor, follow their footsteps. Of course, there are fake people out there, yes, but there are also very many real people out there who you can actually get these valuable lessons from. So log on, pick a mentor or two or three, learn from them so you avoid these mistakes in your own life. This is a great hack because at the end of the day, you can actually get the same value from having a real mentor where you shorten your growth process, avoid so many mistakes that will take you years to learn, and achieve your goals much faster because you have online mentors who do not even know you. I myself, one of the people who taught me so much about the kingdom is Miles Monroe. And guess what? He died before I got to know of him. This is lesson number 5 from the life of Layiwasabi and his journey so far. Until I see you again in my next video, which is already being prepared, keep in mind that if it is not the best, it is not good enough. See you soon.